Welcome back to my channel. I just want to say that I have started putting everything aside. You got the big off-road wheels this side, just rubber wheels, standard wheel, just to have some organization with the small box. And also I've also organized some bits and pieces, paper clips, engines, interior, just to have this is just wood pieces. You still got all of these pieces, and the coolest thing is I have these miniature people. So there's I think, yeah, over 16 different. I think I have two of different ones in this one, but it's all different ones here. Just to show you guys what I've been organizing lately. I actually want to talk about where I started. So it was back in 2023. There was this one shop that was open and had the 3-pack with an Nissan GTR, RX-7, and I'm not sure if it had the Porsche in it. Yeah, I believe it had a Porsche. So I said, no, let me try and make a drift car, just a one. And it turned into something like where I am now. Although I've been doing it for a long time, standard. I used to go to the shop now and then. I actually picked up these ones. Well, half the price, which is okay. We'll get to all these in a second. But I started with this Nissan GTR, which I redone the second time just to have this one. And I am going to redo, but I'm going to get another one. So this will probably be abandoned. I used the stock rubber wheels, obviously. The white body is not perfect, it was my first attempt over 2 years ago, but the engine is quite. I'm still impressed that I made the RB26 twin turbo engine in this. Obviously, with the wing, which is not iron, it's still plastic. So you can see where I came up from. And from this custom, I did go into this Lamborghini build. Now it's abandoned. It's another abandoned project now. Obviously, I smashed it up a bit, but it's still got the steering and everything. Obviously, this is not the original engine I made for this. It's in another vehicle, but I tried to have this relatively stock because it is abandoned. I know it wasn't perfect. Nothing is meant to be perfect, obviously. And then I switched to something even way crazier. Let me get that one if I can find. I switched to this Mercedes-Benz E-Class. No, yeah, E-Class Drift RB26 style. It still has the one screw. Obviously, the exhaust pipes are still like fiddling with it. It does have steering, if you guys can see that. Perfect steering. Haven't done a perfect steering in a long time, actually. This all is hand painted. By the way, all drawn by me. I drew all this. I know it's not perfect, but it's something. It is. There is another seat that I put on. It's all the original wheels. I done it the second time. The first time it had a twin turbocharged, yes, LS7 engine. Now it has this fully decked out roll cage. I mean, it drifts really nicely actually. It really drifts nicely, which is cool and stuff. And I use the black marker for here on the top and stuff. 4 exhaust pipes. Obviously, I'm gonna redo this one. This will be the redo, obviously, but I'm gonna keep it stock like this. I just wanna see where I come up from. And then I skipped ahead, and this is where it all started. The honest truth of the entire projects and stuff. It's with this engine. So the whole story was I just wanted something to drift, and back in it was late actually, 2022. Where I saw this 2JZ GTE engine, and I said, man, I can make it. I had bits and pieces, obviously the turbos I made, everything made from scratch, all computer parts and iron parts and stuff. And I said, no man, I can. Just start googling how to make 164th engine and stuff, and it came out really good. not long last year I added these blue exhaust pipes, but this engine was actually fitted into a handmade Chevrolet Transit van. So I stuffed it in, had the and wheels all turning, drifting and stuff. So this is the engine that started. So I needed something to put it in. And then I came across these RMC City vehicles. This is where it started. So I just hacked off the cement part, left the stock wheels. The wheels are totally stock. Added two nitrous tanks, obviously. Had to add two nitrous tanks to it. Didn't do anything much, and there was a clip here which I had to break it off. This is hand painted. I know it's not perfect, but it is in the collection. It has that sick roll cage that I made. And just some bobs and pieces. I cut almost the entire thing, so I had to melt actually. Had to melt it all back together, and then, funny enough, everything just dropped in just like that. If I can show you guys, just like this. There's the engine just dropped in, as crazy as it sounds, but this will be getting a replacement. A lot of people like this truck, and I like it too. I did want to start with another one, but I said no, let me get a different vehicle. I mean, I think the wheels is very nice and big, very cool. And then after that I went a bit further. Obviously some projects don't exist, but I went a bit further and dropped that LS7 that was in that Mercedes-Benz into this vehicle. So this is the sleeper drift vehicle. I tried my best to make another one, but I think over time I just lost the skills. This is from the RMG City. The wheels are from the RMG. No, it's from the Teamsters two-door, I believe. I don't see the two-door here by me. Oh, I see the two-door. I'll show you guys in a minute. So the full steering rack. It's like really driftable. And this is one of the best ones I did. The engine is the back. I cannot show you guys because I'm lazy to open it. But the steering does go like full out. Craziest steering. Regardless of the thickness of the tires. I mean, still unpainted sleeper. It looks like, oh, this car it got like two turbos and it's an LS7 engine in here. So that's the sleeper, coolest sleeper that I got, which is not bad. And then I have now this abandoned 458. It's totally abandoned because I took the engine out, whacked it into a Range Rover, added sound effects, and people love that. And I'm trying to do more SUVs. I mean, it's just plastic. It's not perfect. Like, I would agree that this thing is damn ugly now. Literally, that rear wing is gone. I've taken it. I don't know where I put it, but this thing is ugly as hell. What was I even thinking? But I'll keep this around, just like if I want to have a abandoned garage. Then came the most coolest thing. Entire handmade Ford T-Bucket. The entire thing is handmade. I only borrowed the wheels. That's it. Engine, interior, and most probably didn't know of this. But check it that. You got the gas tank and the two nitrous bottles. I think because I don't know why I did it. Just looks cool, and the hinge and stuff. Everything is out of a coffee container tin. Literally. It doesn't get much better than the steering. Everything is handmade with that shiny, greenish, based off a real life T-Bucket that I saw. And then I decided, no, I want to base another T-Bucket. So I made this bigger T-Bucket. This is much more accurate to the one that I saw, with the red wheels. Had some red wheels. These are the Hot Wheels Vulture 2000s Hot Wheels, fully made Ford. This one's a bit better interior wise, also a bit better. Engine, I just recently stuck the engine on just to see, but I am planning to remake the engine. Everything is fully handmade. Every single panel is handmade, which is not bad. I believe there is a video on that. And then I decided to make the T-Bucket, drag T-Bucket. So this one had a much more crazy engine. I don't believe I remember where the engine is. I think it's discarded. But then I removed those rear rubber wheels and put these plastic wheels because this looks a bit better. Still, the parachute is still on. Gas tank still got. It doesn't have roll cage because, yeah. And then this engine, I'm working on this engine, so I'm still building on this engine. Although this car was made quite some time ago, you can see that it's relatively decent. T-bucket, drag T-bucket. It's a very decent model because it's handmade by myself, and I'm proud of it being handmade. Still working on the engine though, fixing those exhaust pipes, cause got to. And then I literally did the craziest thing and built my. There's a video on this Kenworth T-bucket which is still in progress after all these years. Custom T-buckets. I think the 6-cylinder. No, inline 6. Twin turbo inline 6 pushing like 700 horsepower. The wheels, I reused the wheels from the Drift Chevrolet van that I custom made from scratch. Still the stock base, I just cut it and you can see the plastic, and the plastic just extended it for flatbed, but I think I want to extend it a bit more. We'll see how it goes. I mean, the flatbed is okay. I want a crane. I'm gonna change the color, add some lights, some rear lights, some rear things. That's how the underneath looks. I mean, I tried my best with this, and the best part, I think this is the coolest thing. I mean, handmade. From one little nose, it was a long nose blue van, I still remember. But I think I want to take the head off and soak it in acid, remove all the iron and rebuild the entire truck. Here's the engine right here. I can show you guys the engine. And this fell quite some few times, but now it's really decent. I had some problems with it hitting the tire and only lifting up this much. And I decided to first do this and then put the tires on. So this is my favorite truck, the Kenworth K100, and still in progress after all these years. I mean, that's a bit of a challenging part. I mean, if you think about it. And then I decided to build a off-road Jeep with a Ferrari engine. Obviously, it has super soft suspension. This is the stiff suspension. The stiff suspension is not perfect. Twin turbocharged 458 engine, not perfect. I recently added these wheels, just recently. Still need some progress done to the wheels, especially on the backside. But it's just a learning curve because I have recently done. Well, I'm still in progress of doing that project. I'll show you guys that. I mean, it does have steering, which is the coolest thing. 458 engine. Who would think that? And this was supposed to be discarded. This is just like a Baja type. Oh, this was a Corvette rear wheel, which I stuck it on here. You know how I am, crazy. Here's this van is like SUV is crazy. Everything is handmade interior, everything like that, except the seats. The roll cage is handmade and everything. Twin turbocharged. What do you guys think of this? Kind of cool. This is where I started from, and it gets better, really better. Obviously we are missing quite a few vehicles which I don't feel like showing because it's not the time. But there is this one as well. It's Major Red. I've still not found any information from it. Iron-based plastic body. It's a rally off-road with the Gallardo V10. Lamborghini Gallardo V10, molded engine by me, obviously. This color, there was another color on here. There's too many colors. It was originally so many different. There was a Santa one and stuff. So this is basically how the interior is. Custom handmade seats, interior, gas tank, batteries, radiator, twin radiators, roll cage, all the bits and bobs. All the bits and bobs that I could throw. And the exhaust pipes actually come through the taillights. That's something many didn't know. And I used the stock wheels, the stock clips for the wheels. I did have this, I think it's loose. Yep, you can see that it's loose, which is okay. And then it was the two-door that I slammed the two-door to the ground. And then recently had an idea of a time attack two-door four-seater, which you can bring your friends on. The entire thing is handmade out of iron, even the rear wing. I guess I can understand why people don't make out of iron, because the one time I cut myself so deep the glue was stuck in my finger. Yeah, I don't ever do that. So then I kept the stock wheels, just added the twin turbocharged V10 engine, which I believe I needed for another project, but I cannot remember which project it was. That is funny. And I did have the removable bumper, because why not? This was just maybe a first time attack vehicle, but so far my time attack vehicles have came out very, very well, very nice. Obviously I sprayed over the custom hand painted work that I done, which is okay, but who's gonna tell? No one really. The next one is probably my ultra favorite. I gotta say, my ultra favorite. Okay, before I get to this one, 2 years ago, Jackery.net built this race car, which I will be opening in October 2025. You guys probably cannot see it, but it's a racing prototype that he made that I copied, that I just advanced with an engine, opening back and top seat and steering. That's all. And we both made out of cardboard. I do want to remake one out of iron. How crazy is that? So on to my favorite Mustang build in the entire world. Literally, I built this. It's not perfect. It may seem perfect, but it has some flaws. But I will not talk about the flaws. I'll just talk about. I spray painted this. I believe my first spray paint this was, which is crazy. The Ford Mustang Unicorn V2 for the tribute of Ken Block. Iron. Let me bend this back. Iron rear diffuser, iron rear wing, iron front splitter. No plastic splitter, but the iron is rear taillights. There's e-brake and a handbrake, no roll cage. There's custom stars. There's technically a custom paint. The engine is a twin turbocharged engine, and you can see right through it from the underneath as well. This is what the underneath looks like with that gold iron piece right there to just hide away some stuff. But it really relatively, yes, it does scrape. Where does it scrape? It scrapes in the front, which is kind of cool. But I think if I remove that and rebuild one, but I'm not going to touch this because I'm going to make another Mustang build. I do have another Mustang on hand, but this engine is made out of what is the pencil made out of? The pencil nib. Yeah, that it's made out of that. So I carved the entire engine, slapped on this piece. This piece is connected to the engine, so it was carving a lot of stuff, and my hands were black after that. But it was worth it though, because this engine really fitted very, very well. Obviously, I could have fitted a bigger engine, but next time I'm gonna fit a bigger engine very soon. I used some nice sick rubber wheels, still stock, brand new, but that's cool. We don't find these wheels anymore, so when I get a chance, I just keep them. Keep them aside. The next one, I don't really know what to talk about. The next one, we're not gonna go in any order actually. Let me start with these. So it was the previous project of the 6x6 drift one, but then I said no, it's gonna be a bit boring. So let me slap on that Hellcat engine. I slapped on that Hellcat engine. I remastered an entire chassis just to fit this pickup truck. Literally, this entire thing is fabricated. The only thing I use is the wheels and the interior. Everything is custom made by my hands. And the craziest thing is once you put it on, you can actually, which I want to fill this gap, take a look like this. There's the Hellcat engine, which is really relatively small, but I mean, what can you do? Had a mold of it. I molded this like 4 times. That's how I ended up with the Hellcat engine front. Then I just had to build the engine. I had a supercharger and a custom paint and everything like that. So then my work moved on much better. Obviously this rear axle is a bit too high, so it doesn't move the entire truck, but I'm gonna check how to do it because I want it back in the collection as soon as possible, very possible. And then just bobbing around, have this Huracan. Yeah, I think I'm gonna talk about Lamborghinis now. I have this Huracan Lamborghini, which was supposed to be a V10 1000 horsepower V10 custom, but it failed because I wasn't interested in it. I stripped it, dipped it in acid, resprayed it, gave it some nice iron and body work and everything, some lights, some nice rubber wheels for all-wheel drive system, and a single turbo 2JZ engine with twin parachutes and an entire custom interior. The entire custom interior, the dashboard's from my X3 BMW, but the seats and everything that I made is custom made. The engine even custom made as well. This is probably my favorite Lamborghini. I mean, that just looks insane, doesn't it? I know I could have went for a bigger set of rear wheels, but it's all-wheel drive, so I would not care about bigger wheels. The chrome does look nice, but with chrome you can see a lot of fingerprints, a lot of. So I'm just waiting on red again, which I should have left it red. And then we're gonna take it from there and respray the entire thing again. And yeah, I mean, I like this. This Huracan is my favorite. If I can do another Huracan, I would. On to another Lamborghini. Yep. This is the previously customized wide body SV Aventador, and then I now made it an off-road just like the Strado. No, yeah, Lamborghini Strado, but it's the off-road version of the Lamborghini Aventador SV with those sick rear pipes, put back the wing with an entire roll cage, Jeep suspension, and a Ferrari 488 twin turbocharged V8. If that's crazy enough, that's psycho behavior, literally. I used the blue as primer and just painted it, the lights just for fun, just for now. I try to figure out, do I change the wheels? Still working on some of these projects. Still working what I should do next. Next, since we have the supercar, I'm gonna show you guys my sad. This is a project I put on pause. The RMC City 600 LT. Supposed to be a twin build, but the other I just failed on this McLaren. I don't know what happened. Like, it was perfect and all, so I just made it into a NL 1000 drift car, and then now it's going to be a hill climb attack vehicle. Or if not, then I'm just gonna abandon it and just not even touch anything from it, because currently it has no engine. It used to have an engine, a V12, then I swapped it to a 2JZ, then I swapped it to a VRD a GTR engine, and then that's it. And then I left it pretty much like this. So I'm still thinking what to do, because maybe the wing is calling me to come take it for another project. But for now, I'll put an halt on this project for now, just for a little bit. And then the next one, since we add to supercars, let me just talk about supercars. And next one I will show quickly is my current project I'm working on, the Ferrari Enzo wide body time attack Lamborghini Gallardo quad turbocharged swap. So that's a sneak peek of it, and I close it back because I'm still currently busy with it. So it's not gonna be busy done for a long time, but hey, what a nice time to mess up Ferrari when they just got back into the game. So I found this Enzo, second Enzo, and I said, damn man, I need something cool. So yeah, much more detail will go into this, when I make this shot. I'm not sure when, but take a look at that custom wide body Ferrari Enzo. And again with the, I think I'm gonna actually switch to yeah, I'm just gonna continue with this. So then I made this supposed to be a just a standard one. And I saw this guy on Instagram. Oh my god, his one was so cool. It was a Firebird, and I said, man, I need something cool. But then I had something looking like a Firebird, but I said no. And I said no, let me just mark up. And then when I marked it up, and I was like, whoa, this thing fits cool. Slapped on these tires, these rear tires, the rear wing, double rear wing, glued the rear back on. Had a custom. Oh no, it's missing. I have to find a piece or cut a piece and glue it back. I don't know how it got missing, but it's okay. So I had to make this rear diffuser, custom wide body. It's quite wide bodied, massively. Exhaust pipes come out the front. A massive V12 twin turbocharged LS prototype engine. I had to put on, and then I decided, no, I'm gonna touch the paint, and that's how my fingerprinted landed up there. So I just left it there, and I put half and half, and this is named the Crimson Reaper, 6x6 Crimson Reaper. What you guys think about that? That's kind of cool. And then I got this VW, which had that LS prototype engine in there. So it was a bit of roll cage, but I said no, man. Because Bugatti is going out of the W16 engine, let me make this like a sick one. So everyone knows the famous engine by me. I custom handmade this for 19 hours. This W16 engine to get it as perfect as I could get it, and then cut out the entire rear. It fits like that, and then from red it went to blue. It went to another color. It's like so many different colors, and I scrapped it, and then because the door was hinging up, so then I hinged it this way where you can have it looking this way. So let me just show you guys. Oh yeah, I also changed the wheels as well to this one from the Datsun. Funny enough, you can still see the W16 engine there, which is sick. This is an homage to the W16 engine which I've seen, and oh, it's a holy grail of masters. So this thing. I didn't do any bodywork or anything. I just added these fins on either side, and that cannot find the back rear wing, but I will find it and drop it. But as I said, that this white body is very nice, but I am gonna spray paint it because the ickiness of the fingerprints and chrome doesn't go well with this, and I'm just going to respray it because you see all the cuts and all the dents and stuff, which the casting doesn't come with dents, it's just the paint, which is okay. But on to currently now, I've purchased some vehicles, and the future of the channel, I would like to restore this Ford Focus Rally Edition. I haven't gotten to it. Kind of missing wheels. I'm only worried about wheels, and I'm still waiting for my jeweler saw blade to come through. That's the only thing I'm waiting for this, because this is the upcoming projects. They're still gonna be quite some time, maybe 6 I will actually be honest and say from 8 months you guys can expect these vehicles that are coming out today. This Ford Focus is gonna be a pretty cool custom, especially for me. I mean, it's decent, it's standard, but obviously an engine swap because I'm crazy, but by then there'll be cooler engines. But I'm just worried about wheels. I'm not going to take it apart without getting wheels. Let me get wheels first, and then I can see where I stand with all the stuff. And then I do also have this LMGT Ford. Yeah, it may seem a bit okay, but it's actually not okay because I want the rear wing gone. I need to fix up a lot of dents and chips. I'll keep it. Maybe I'll keep it. I'll spray it both white and blue, like a fade paint, with Ford GT across. I mean, that's the Hot Wheels one. That's the next upcoming one after, or maybe even before the Ford Focus as well. I mean, it's quite a decent casting, if I will say so myself. The next one I want to try and probably do a 2026 or 27 Dakar Rally custom. So this is the Badlanders by Matchbox, and this is a perfect candidate for the car rally 2026. But I have a ton of things to do, so probably this one will be postponed to 2026. 2027, I lie. Yeah, it'll be postponed to 2027, this custom, because I currently have a lot of my on my mind, and customs and work and all life and stuff. So just now and then. So I will not lie, and I will be honest and say no. It's a long time in the making, and obviously the wheels seem decent enough for me to keep them. And I could possibly even customize this without even opening the rivets, which is not bad at all. But then how do I get the engine in there if I want to do an engine swap? It's a good question. I mean, I'm pointing at the back, and you guys probably will be thinking, you know what's gonna happen. And then out exoskeleton roll cage, which will be cool. And then this will be the replacement for the E-Class, because this is Mrs. Benz E-Class. It just says Benz E-Class. There's a lot of ickiness and paint, and the wheels just turn together. Obviously, I'm going to slam this to the ground. This will be called the Boss build with a higher grade engine swap. I will not keep it white. White is just horrible. I'm going to black it out, or I might even do a silver. Silver or grey will be nice for this custom. So this will be the future upcoming customs that will take place or probably will not take place. It probably depends. And then also I have the, everyone gets confused with the Kangoo. It's not this Renault Kangoo, it's a Renault Trafic. So I picked this up because I was obsessed with the Hot Wheels, what was it, the Ford Super Van. So I thought, hey, ding ding ding, Super Van build. And when I say Super Van, I mean Super Van build. This is going to be an interesting custom. It's going to look pretty much stock, but I don't know what to do if I should put the engine at the rear or the front. The good thing is I could notch out the bonnet and have the gas tank and everything, and then have the engine sitting right between the passenger seat, which will be quite cool. But remember, I need tires. I don't have tires, proper tires, so I'm just waiting to look for that. But the sliding door, I'm gonna keep the sliding door, most definitely. This will be a super cool Super Van, so the engine is gonna be something of an insane thing. I'm still thinking about that. Still long awaited trial to think about all these things. And the next one, obviously, look at what I got. Ford Galaxy Family Van. Now I know what this looks like. The Renault Family Van with the F1 engine, V10 F1 engine. And you know what? It is gonna be something like that. But then you're still gonna have the 7-seater. You're still gonna have this kind of stock look. The boot is gonna be a little slammed to the ground. But open that hood. Ooh, and I'm gonna push back. I have no choice. I have to push back that front dashboard to accommodate the engine I'm thinking of in my mind. So only my mind and my images will think of this, obviously, which is crazy. But that's upcoming. And I just want to go back. I got a comment that the white body is not perfect and stuff. Guys, this is just a custom. Nothing needs to be perfect. In my world, nothing is perfect. Literally, just the custom on this. The bodywork, I spent an entire freaking week on the bodywork. So you can't tell me it's not perfect to your eyes. To me, if it seems 100%, then it's 100%. Leave me alone. Simple as that. Then I do not know if I put out the video yet or not, because a lot of videos coming out. But I did also go, this is my third time, literally second time actually. This is my second time at that place of auction, and I picked this up for 10 rand, which wasn't bad. And I was looking for a Barago BMW 760i. Couldn't find one. I saw it on the internet, the white one, couldn't find one. I saw this one, I'm like, whoop, taking this one, and I took this one, which is it's not in a bad condition. And yeah, I got a crack and stuff. I'll leave the crack, but this is the next upcoming custom with a seriously cool. It's gonna be a V10. Obviously, I'm gonna tell you guys what it's gonna be. A V10 swap, 7 Series BMW, slammed to the ground, extremely angry. I don't want to wide body it. I just want to drop it a little bit, so it's still gonna have relatively the standard looks up to 7 Series, which is not bad. It's okay. Then I got this Honda S2000 by Real Toy. It's okay, so it's got some few dings and scratches. Tires are not perfect, bent, but it's okay. What I want to do with this one, because it's an updated video, I'm gonna update you guys on this. I want to stick a V10 or a V12 engine in this because the bonnet can accommodate for that. I also want to slam this thing to the ground. I want to literally have the tire coming here, literally find a big tire. Also, wide body. I want to stick. I have a vision in my mind of a nice big wing, a front splitter, wide body. Obviously, of maybe the early between 2000 2007's vibes of this custom Honda S2000. So just have it like that. The color is just gonna be random. I'm gonna use spray paint and just randomize it, but then the concept of this in my mind is gonna be set on this custom. And then probably the ugliest Porsche I've ever seen in my entire living life, the Porsche Boxster S. Now obviously it's not looking too bad. I mean, the glass is still intact. It's mostly paint faded / chips, but there's no body damaged chips. I don't really know what if the engine goes in front or the back. Haven't seen these things in real life in years. Oh, got a model, but this Boxster S is damn out. I'm gonna cut the rear out. I'm gonna go for a seriously time attack vibe on this one, like drop it to the ground. Smaller wheels, I think it needs the smaller wheels. Obviously, you're gonna wide body the thing. Twin turbo. I'm thinking V12, V8 maybe. Has to be like supercharged or something with a nice wing diffuser. Gonna look sick. My mind is looking sick already. Probably update you guys on that when I get to that stage. And then there is the abandoned 1500 horsepower RT Charger, Dodge Charger. So this is how I've been working on this and spraying this and painting it by hand. Make it look like a really rust bucket like barn find 1500 horsepower. Why I say that is because look at this custom engine. The handmade engine looks way better than a 3D printed engine, by the way. 1500 horsepower. Still needs detailing. I did edit those rear seats and the front seats. Some nice rubber wheels would suit this nice. The thing goes that this Charger original color was blue, and then the owner decided to change the color from blue to red, and then another owner swapped hands to yellow, and then eventually left in the hot sun. That's how I added real life rust to this. As you guys can see, real life rust to it. The exhaust pipes will be coming out through this holes I drilled, which is then I'm gonna add twin nitrous tanks as well, because why not. I fixed the grill. I opened the grill and added that mesh, which is iron. Painted the silver panels black, and then red, and all this, just up and down. I think I'm gonna do one more color on the cowl top and grill. That's gonna be cool. And hand paint the red. I want to get the hand painting of the yellow, although I spray painted it, but I don't like this yellow. I want a little brighter yellow. But that's still working on this for some time now. It did go into like several different versions of until I put it back to stock, which this is like really not Fast and Furious. If you guys, I want to tell you guys, this is not Fast and Furious. Dodge Charger. It's my own version of the Dodge Charger. And then I did pick this up as well. The teensiest, smallest vehicle I could find. Let me find a one and show you guys. That is tiny. So I wish Hot Wheels or some Matchbox can make this. This is called the Alfa Romeo 156 Sportwagen GTA. And yes, this is gonna be my next miniature custom with a twin turbocharged V8 engine coming out of the hood, looking standard and stock as hell. E-brake and shifter as always, and then I'm gonna call it a good, but I'm gonna respray the wheels as well. But it's kind of cool. This is next small tiny miniature custom coming out soon as well. And then just like I showed you guys in this is the abandoned one. The reason why it was abandoned because it fell. So when it fell, the whole dashboard and the steering rack inside broke. So I said no, it's fine. I'm gonna keep it as abandoned as can. I'll find another Lamborghini. I bought a Brago Gallardo. I bought a Lamborghini Gallardo by Brago. It was a bit too big. So then 1 week after I bought that, I stumbled upon the Gallardo Superleggera from Hot Wheels, and I'm like, damn it, I'm so stupid. Why didn't I buy the Brago Lamborghini Gallardo? So now that's now sitting in the drawer, and I do not know what to do with it. Probably put in a pile of giveaways when I hit the 1,000 subscribers. So this one will be the replacement for my previous autocross, but this one's not going to be lifted. I'm going to drop it even more to the ground. Have some nice wheels. The rear wing, I'm going to keep the... I don't know. I'm going to see how it looks with this wing and then with the bolt wing. But then I'm still going to have to remake a Ferrari 458 engine. I might even go bigger and go for V12 from 812. Ferrari. I don't know. We will see. We will see. I'm unsure. So this is just a chill vibe video. It's unsure. I'm unclear what I'm gonna do. Literally unclear. But this is the replacement for the Lamborghini Gallardo, which is not bad. And then we go to this one, which was my version of the... Oops, let me not drop my customs. The Unicorn. So this is a replacement version, which I took that engine out from another. Oh yeah, there's the engine. This literally, I can show you guys. This is literally built for here. For now, I put it in here just to see for now. But the engine might go back in here. It's not perfect. It's nice wide body. This, I forgot what car this is. I'll let you guys know in the comments. But I decided to do the replacement version of the... Oh yeah, it's a Mercury Cougar. Yeah, it's a Mercury Cougar. I forgot it. Which is still busy with it though, which is not so bad. And then I think maybe I want to take one of these. Oh yeah, and let me show you guys. Then upcoming is going to be the twin turbocharged V10 6x6 Apocalypse version of the 6-seater. How can I call it? The Mopar slash Chevrolet SS slash Hornet. Like Hudson Hornet. Still bodywork. I haven't gotten to it in a long time. Still not busy. And after that, I said no. I needed a longer vehicle. So that's how I ended up making the one that's 1.5 times bigger than this. Let me put that back. So this is how we went to the 6x6. There is a Bentley Continental GT in there. There's a SS as well. There is also a Mopar Hemi Cuda in there, and I just took a strips of iron and just slapped it on, grinded it. That's why it looks so smooth. Although it's extremely heavy because there's multiple vehicles and it's extremely low. So I'm still gonna fix up the wide body, and I do want to change the wheels. I'm gonna have custom seats. That's the only thing I'm gonna put there is custom seats, and I'm gonna remake an engine, which is gonna be quite cool. I mean, It's a slash of a Nova. Is it a Nova? I don't know. Normand. No, it's Norman Wagon slash SS Hornet Cuda GT Continental. So it's all of that slash stuff. An upcoming video will show you what it took to get to this stage of the Hot Wheels Datsun wagon, which I went through countless times, spraying and detailing, and fails and fails and fails and fails and fails. So this will be coming out pretty soon, and then also this will be coming out pretty soon as well. The 143 Ferrari engine in a GTR is the Ferrari twin turbocharged 812 engine in a custom 143 Nissan GTR R35 with rubber wheels and a sick paint job that I will not replicate anytime soon. Yellow is my favorite color. If you guys didn't know, I love yellow, bright yellow. And speaking of which, I did say about stiff suspension with the Jeep. This is stiff suspension with the Jeep. Really stiff. I just want to check my phone quickly. If I can get to my phone. Oh yeah, I can get to my phone. But this is the stiff suspension right here. Just check that out. Super cool. It does have front steering, it doesn't have front suspension. It does only have like this. So it's kind of really stiff. No, it's not. Check that. That's cool. So it's a Zuru diecast Nitro Rider into a truck with a single turbo 4-cylinder. Still having the winch and everything. And then last but not least is the replacement of the truck. Formula truck. Yes, replacement of Formula truck. This one is the replacement. The main TGS will be replaced with a V10 Cosworth engine, twin turbocharged. So that's going to be super cool. Obviously, there's not much to say except look at this thing. Really wide. It's a wide bodied. Everything's custom made. And you can pick it up. I'm going to leave that feature there because I want the two turbos to be in underneath the truck. That's going to be a lot. And the wheel choices for now, I just put on these wheels for now. I'm still finding a replacement. I'm thinking of maybe stealing a wheel or two, but hey, that will come very soon. That's gonna be funny actually, me stealing some wheels from my own project. But that's it for this channel, guys. I hope you like this video, and I'll catch you guys in my next upcoming updates.